and because I am how I am, I'm like, I'll give it a second chance. If it fucks me over 2 times, then I'm good.
Not a third, bitch.
Nah, you ain't getting no third shot, bitch. No third time's a charm.
Exactly.
Second time, that's it.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another week of Talking Trubbish. I'm your host, Matthew, and I'm here with my buddy Jacob, as always. What's going on, man? How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well, you know. Just a lot of interesting just things. My head's always running like 24/7. We've talked about this. Yours is the same way. This is why we're in the same pod. Like
since last time we recorded, man, it's been all the conversations since, man.
Yeah, honestly, like, you know, whether it's like on what's going on or just like ideas, things like that. It's just like constantly running. Like it's just like the smallest little thing, like just makes me expand on like other ideas like I want to do. With with that, I was asking you obviously a couple questions like prior to us starting to record, and one thing that I kind of really want to that you actually opened my eyes to, just like more than like you mentioning that made my brain like start running in so many like questions to myself as to like other scenarios in the past to like compare to now, and I'm like, holy fuck, that makes sense why that popped up. And
explain what we were talking about before.
Of course. So the main thing that I actually want to talk about is Instagram. That is going to be the core of what I want to talk about. Instagram and the advertisements and how your algorithm pops up. And to me, when you said what you said, which I'll let you explain that again. It blew my mind because I'm like, holy fuck! Like this whole time, like that makes sense because like it does keep me intrigued. I keep scrolling, I keep going without even realizing it. And there's this like, what is this saying that like dead scrolling or like something about like you're just like endlessly scrolling through like social media, wasting your time. There's
like
a saying,
infinite scrolling.
Something like there's definitely a saying which. Also, something else on the Obama interview, he mentioned something about like endless scrolling, that like dead scrolling, like just wasting your time on scrolling.
So listeners, he's referring to there's a YouTube content creator named Brian Tyler Cohen who just interviewed Obama. We'll link the episode in the show description, but that's what he was referring to there.
Yeah, and that, I mean, honestly, 50-minute interview, honestly, was really informative, entertaining. But to kind of go back to the Instagram thing, I want to start out with the Culvers. Okay, Culvers is the burger
the
spot.
burger joint. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Wait, is there like a different Culvers?
No, I just had to double check.
Okay. I was like, wait, because
I know like we have Culvers up here. But I'm not familiar. Like, did you just get some down there at all?
It literally it's 2 weeks since they opened.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, brand new. It's kind of like when, the chicken spot, Raisins Cane's, right? Like when Raisins Cane wasn't a thing here, and now it is.
Yeah.
Now Culver's, I guess, is a thing. So
we got one here finally. But it is packed. Like, I haven't been able to. It's like right by a Chick-fil-A too, so we got like a double whammy.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, like the one that I went to that's near me, Chick-fil-A is here, and literally, I kid you not, in the same plaza next to it, it's literally Raisins Cane's, literally next to each other.
Oh my god, they're like, beefing.
Yeah, and I'm like, what the hell? It's funny because like I'm like, okay, which one's better? I'm like, all right, let's see who's open on Sunday.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, but
the sinner's chicken.
You shouldn't be eating chicken on Sunday. So Culver's, it when it opened up, I was like, whatever. I was told that like it's pretty good.
I
And
personally really like it. Get that double butter burger with cheese,
right.
bam.
He's like, he loves it. He says that. And then in my head, I'm like, what? Because I tried it. I'm like, yo, let me get a little bit of everything, right?
Okay.
I got the burger, I got the corn dog, I got the spicy chicken sandwich. I got
Okay.
the shake, or no, they're not. They call it custard or some shit like that. I guess
Yeah.
shake, whatever, but it's custard shake, whatever. Um, I can rate each thing, but what I would say is that it was packed. Like you're saying, how your Raisins Cane is packed, it was packed. The fucking drive-through had
Yeah.
a line. The parking lot was packed, and I'm like, oh yo, this shit must be popping. And I'm like, I go in there with a fucking high. This is why I don't have high hopes. I think I've said this before. I don't have a high expectation of things because of this
Okay.
reason. I came in there thinking, yo, this thing's gonna be fire. I'm gonna fucking be like, yo, remember the rolling the eyes?
Yeah, dude.
I'm like expecting that. I immediately go in there. I'm like, okay, cool, cool, cool. And then I go in there, and the first thing I'm like, fuck, like I feel like they're just like all running all over the place. I feel like it's just like a bunch of like unexperienced people. Not their fault, you know. It's just like it felt rushed. It felt
Yeah.
like the opening felt
Okay.
rushed. It felt like there was like not enough training. Anyways, this is my manager
Yeah.
mentality of things.
Yeah, no, no,
Uh,
no.
so I'm like, yo, let me stuff up. And I'm kidding.
Let me do this myself.
Yo, you go there, you go there.
Yeah.
uh, so I order first things first. The line unorganized. I already
Okay.
started getting a bad taste in my mouth. Uh, the person didn't really know like the menu or like certain things like that. I would say like I order like the custard thing, and I'm like, yo, let me get the caramel salted custard one. I forget what it was, something like along the line. And apparently, you can get like two toppings on it, right? Uh,
Okay. I'm not
and
familiar with like the customized options on them.
I didn't want to customize it. I'm like, yo, whatever's on the picture, keep it like that.
Give me that.
Yeah. And she's like, I was expecting like, okay, cool, like give me the thing. She's like two topping. I'm like, huh? What the fuck is? And then point is, I'm like, let me just give me whatever's there. And she's like, she just very insistent on like picking two toppings. Whatever. I picked two of them. I waited about, and I was taking it to go, and I waited probably about 15-20 minutes for my food.
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
packed. It's packed. That's fair.
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay, corn dog. Not gonna lie to you, I've had my fair share of corn dogs in school. To be honest with you, even the school hot corn dog was better.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
I would give it like a 4. I
Out
tried
of
to make it
10?
better. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
tried to put some ketchup. Yo, I put some ketchup and mayo. Nothing, bro. Like it just was not working for me. The okay. I will say this: the spicy chicken sandwich was really good. I would give it like a 6.57. But it had, whenever like something is cooked with like old oil, like you can kind of tell.
Yeah. Oh,
I
that's
feel
weird.
I feel it's because they're so busy, they just didn't have enough time to change shit, which you would
Oh,
think
okay.
maybe they would, but I mean, it was like 8 p.m. I
No,
don't
I
know,
mean, to be honest, if it's like grand opening or like
like
first
packed,
couple weeks and stuff, dude, it depends, man. Sometimes they just don't have time.
right? So I will say this: given the fact that it was still like that, it was a pretty good spicy chicken sandwich. Uh, it did almost have me rolling my eyes at a moment. I will give it that.
The
Uh,
chicken sandwich is really solid. I will
yeah,
say that.
okay.
The the burgers can be hit or miss for me.
Which then I'll go to that. I got the single regular butter
Okay.
burger. I think that's what it's called. This I'm gonna get fucking hated on it. I
Okay.
personally think that a McDonald's burger was better.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, dude, this is not it. I can't. Like, I
What? Oh, okay.
almost
What style of McDonald's burger? Like if you order like a quarter pounder with cheese, or you order a Whopper like that patty, or like the squished up double cheeseburger
I
bullshit.
I was even gonna go to the extent that even the double cheeseburger, like regular cheeseburger with the little onions and the
Whoa.
pickles, were better.
Really?
Yeah, it just felt a little dry. Um, it was just really
That's
weird.
shocking.
Yeah, and again, I think I'm gonna give it a second try when it dies down, and this is why I don't fucking go when it's like first opening when the things are hyped.
Okay, I'll actually say this. I have had a bad Culver's experience, and it did almost make me not want to go back, and it was because the food was bland. But
Mm.
I also went back after because I was like, there has to be something wrong because that's not what I remember. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like I've
yeah,
had them
yeah,
before.
yeah.
And then when I went back, I was like, oh, thank Christ. Like, you know, okay. Like some things
there,
are still sacred in this world. Thank you. You know?
there
So
is
so
it.
give it a second shot because
Yeah,
I've had a bad burger. So it's entirely possible, dude.
I was gonna say that I've gone to Raisins Canes. I've gotten like a bad batch. And same thing with other restaurants. It happens. Um,
It sucks when you do though, dude.
no,
You're like,
because like, especially if it's your first time, bro. Like,
yeah.
and I'm like, because like I said, I should stick to my beliefs of never have like high expectations for anything. And this was a grand example of why the fuck I need to stick to my morals of like, yo, don't fucking have a high expectations. Like, go in there thinking this shit is dry as fuck. That way, like, you're like, okay, I'll give it a second chance. And because I am
Okay.
how I am, I'm like, I'll give it a second chance. If it fucks me over two times, then I'm good. Um,
Not a third, bitch.
nah, you ain't getting no third shot, bitch. No third time's a charm. Second
Exactly.
time, that's it.
Yeah.
Uh, with that being said, I'm glad I tried it. I think you know this. You think you know this of me, and maybe I've said throughout the pod. I like trying new things, whether it's food, places, just trying new things in general because you won't know unless you try. And
Yeah.
right, like I would always be passing through thinking like, oh my god, I wonder if that place is good. Nah, bitch, now I
Yeah.
know if it's let me give it another shot type of thing.
One of
Um,
the content creators that my girl follows is like a local like foodie that is just constantly like doing reviews of like new spots that are opening up. So
mhm.
like that's always like on her periphery of like, she's doing like review here, that looked good, that didn't, that wasn't popping, but maybe, like what you said, like the oil could have been off or something. So visit back and like she'll come back and give it a second shot too. But like, did you when you were referring to Instagram, did you see like an advertisement for the new Culvers in your spot? Is that what triggered this?
No, so I'm glad that you brought it up. So
Okay.
what I didn't, and the thing is, usually my Instagram it gives me advertisements and things that I casually just talk. Like right now, if I bring up something, all these, God knows when we get off this thing, I go on Instagram, it's gonna give me advertisements of all these, which it's
Dude,
possible.
when I'm not kidding, there's been a couple topics that we've talked about that I have not looked up
Looked
on my
up.
phone at all. And then suddenly I'm getting advertisements for them, man.
I'm just
Like
saying. I'm
Dead
just
by
saying.
Daylight
Oh yeah.
in particular. I'm like, I don't look at games
Yeah, I
at
know. Yeah.
all.
Uh huh.
So it's like for that to pop up randomly in ads, I'm like, what the fuck is this? And
It's
it's
an old
like,
game.
it's suddenly like a lot. Like it's popping
Oh
up a
shit.
lot.
Like on your algorithm or the
Yeah.
advertisement?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So
That's even scarier.
I know, and I'm like, I don't. Did you not hear the part that I said I'm scared of this bitch? Like, you know,
Maybe it's trying to help you overcome
yeah,
it.
the algorithm's only snooping in like keywords, not the context.
Yeah, it's like, yo, I'm allergic. Why are you like advertising me this shit to eat? Uh, so
Do
the
you believe
burgers
that?
thing.
Do you
What?
believe like the algorithm's listening in on
Oh,
you?
100%. I
Yeah.
mean, I believe to a certain extent that the Earth was flat. What do you think?
I fully believe it. And I'll say, so this is the point that I was making to you before the show. The reason why I believe that the algorithm, like these social media companies are listening in, is because I like the algorithm in general is by design meant to keep you on the app. And the way that it's shown to be like the most effective is by like satisfying your individual curiosity. That's what the algorithm is. It's figuring out like what you are curious about so it can keep feeding you, because curiosity is what makes you want to do things. It's like why clickbait is so enticing. It's like, you know, a lot of our titles, I'm having to have to design them with that in mind. Like I'm having to try to create engagement, and a lot of it is like there's a whole psychology behind it, and these social media companies take that to like the nth degree, you know, in order to keep you in. I mean, the fact that most of these apps have an infinite scroll is crazy.
Yeah.
Like like I know I lose time on stuff. That's why like I stop. I like literally have to like be very conscientious of like when I go online at all, just to check the news, because that's honestly what I'm using it for. Because my news app, after all this shit, I don't trust, you know, like institutional news, like old school legacy media. So all the new age media is on social media. So unfortunately, having to navigate through all that, but I am noticing very weird coincidences around particular conversations that I've had, and then suddenly, out of the blue, out of nowhere, there's some sort of advertisement that pops up for it.
Yeah. And then the term I finally figured out that I was trying to look for is doom scrolling.
Doom scrolling. Okay, okay, okay.
Yes. That's the term that is also like referred to like mindless scrolling or infinite scrolling, but the term is actually known as doom scrolling, where you're just continuously scrolling through social media or news feed even.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's based on things like you said, based on things that catch your interest or things that you liked, that it just goes like, let me show him or her more
Yeah.
things of this thing that has piqued interest or he has liked. Um,
So the conspiracy theory, quote unquote, that of like them snooping in is like sometimes how you use the internet is not necessarily a reflection of like what you are actually interested in at your core. So
right.
like in order for them to figure that out, that's where the conspiracy theory that they are like listening in and like, you know, invading your privacy to hear these conversations, or you know, look at your usage on other apps and stuff, in order to figure out what you are curious in order to tailor your individual algorithm to keep you on that app. And
Right.
every single social media app has its own algorithm doing the same thing, trying to
Yeah.
figure out you individually, which
Yeah.
is like, it's so effective. It's
It is.
so effective.
that is how I got into watching One Piece, because I liked it one video and led to another, and I'm like, okay, like it piqued my interest. I'm like, all right,
Yeah,
I cave, I'm gonna go
I
watch it,
can't. Yeah,
right? Like, I cave, I'm gonna go eat this restaurant. I cave, I'm gonna go shop here, right?
there are very good things that
Yes.
could come about from that. That I'm not discounting
Mhm.
that.
Yeah.
I'm saying like the there's a sacrifice that I think that we're starting to see, where it's just like, in order to have our luxuries, like have something intuitive enough to know what you like to keep you interested in going about your day, you have to lose your privacy,
Hmm.
because it won't be effective unless you do that. That's like what their company argument is. It's
Hmm.
like, you like the product currently, but this is the sacrifice you have to make. You just don't
Yeah,
know you're
yeah.
making it yet.
Right,
Know?
yeah, yeah. I think that's definitely something, like you said. I mean, it could be positive or it could be something, I wouldn't say negative to that extent, but it could be negative, because then it gets you into this like rabbit hole, and then you just are doom scrolling endlessly,
Yeah.
right? So kind of going back to, I want to like two different point of views on this for the Instagram, where the another burger advertisement started to pop up
Okay.
in my own social media, where it wasn't in Culver's, but it was called the Habit Burger. Have you the Habit?
No,
Have you ever heard of?
I
So
haven't.
it's local here to me. I've had it
Okay.
one time. It was pretty good, but it's funny because like I'm like talking about how I liked, Culver's, and then like in my head I'm like, okay, now it's suggesting me this other burger joint to like kind of go to. So that's why I thought it was funny. That's why I was like, what the fuck? I wasn't even thinking or talking about. Oh, no, yeah, I wasn't even thinking or talking about the habit burger. But I think because I was talking about burgers, that it kind of like gave me an advertisement for the next best thing, where it's like around me or something like that. Um, but that's why, like, there's the same thing happened with all these as well. At one point, it popped up for me, not after we talked. Um, but one of them, I don't know if you've seen this, but um, there's this new thing about Jim Carrey. Jim
What did he
Carrey,
do?
apparently, that this they said, how, how they talk about Joe Biden was like a robot or a mask.
Oh yeah.
So they're saying that the cast recently, Jim Carrey appeared in like with the Grinch cast that they had like growing up and stuff, and they were
Yeah.
taking pictures. They're saying like, dude, that's not Jim Carrey. Like, and you compare his face, how he looks now, to maybe like a year and a half or 2 years ago, it doesn't look like him. And there's a conspiracy theory going around that they replaced him.
Really? I
Yes.
will say this. I believe the conspiracy theory that Jim Carrey is an alien, because the faces that man can make and the way that he can act all the time
Yeah.
is not normal at all.
It's not.
I mean,
Um
it's great for entertainment, but like, what is that? Like,
Yeah, either that or like, I don't know, bro. But he definitely is a great actor, or
yeah.
was. I don't know.
I like The
But
Mask. That's like
The
my
Mask,
favorite, like Jim Carrey, like the most memorable one in my head that I could like
yeah,
quote.
yeah, The Mask and Liar Liar were always my core movies for me, with him in it. The Grinch, obviously, I didn't know he was that, and that made me like him even more because he
Uh
was
huh.
the Grinch. But the reason why, like, there's a saying that he could potentially have been replaced, is because he was one of those people that, in speeches or interviews, I believe, he spoke his mind, and he spoke against a lot of things that are going on now.
Uh,
And they were saying like how he got like replaced for speaking up, and
it's
I'm like, what the fuck?
I are you even hearing like the theory now, like Michael Jackson's like the reverse Epstein, like he's
He was
actually
trying to
like
save.
innocent and was actually like trying to save kids.
Yeah,
and
that what
stuff.
was that land? What was it called? The not
The
Wonderland. Um,
Oh, Neverland.
yeah, whatever he was like associated with, where
Oh,
he was
his
just
ranch.
like something that he was just trying to bring in kids there to save them rather than doing what people were saying that he was doing.
Yeah.
I did hear that too.
Dude,
Um,
the internet's going crazy right now, man.
yeah, I mean, because the
The
thing is like,
algorithm knows what I'm curious about too, man, because
and
holy shit.
yeah, because this is what I was talking about because of things that we've like been talking about. The Jim Carrey thing was not something on my mind or no one mentioned to me,
Right.
and that popped up on this guy talking about it. How they compared what he looked like in this recent Jim Carrey, like him showing up and taking pictures with the old cast from The Grinch, and how he was before. Even if like, have you ever done those things where you're like, oh, like take a picture of you? How will I look like in 20, 30 years, right? Like type of thing.
Oh, like I like those old like Facebook things. Like
Yeah. So
yeah.
like I'm like okay, I'm no fucking expert in any of this, but like structurally how his face was, it doesn't make sense even if he's getting old that this is what he actually looks like. It looks like a whole
Really?
completely yes. I want to see if I can find a different like an actual like picture of that um of the recent picture that he had and to compare of that because like I tried to actually look and I'm like, holy fuck, this actually is. And this is how I got to the whole flat Earth thing because I'm like, all right, I'm gonna entertain it. I'm gonna entertain it. I'm gonna see like if this is a thing. Um, but dude, there's significant differences. Even like I said, even if we're getting old or he was getting old, just like the way of the face, the eyes look closer in. It's just like it just does not look like him to me.
Did you
Um,
okay, the replacement thing. Did you see the theory going around that they replaced Ghislaine Maxwell?
wait, what?
Yeah, so they have a sort of like a photo of her being brought in early in February for her wherever she went to lawmakers and then pled the fifth like the whole time, like recently. She was like brought in for questioning and then she pled the
No.
fifth. They took a photo of her like walking in, so it's like a front on shot.
Mm-hmm.
Her nose is completely different. Like her
Hmm.
nose and ears are completely different. Like it's like she got a nose job to make her nose look fatter and like bigger. Yeah, and it's like her facial structure is different too, dude. It's like thank God we had the video. Like I'll put up like we'll do it for the Jim Carrey, and then I'll also have the one for Ghislaine Maxwell. Cause like when I saw this shit, I was like, oh my God, dude. And on top of like all like the Epstein like FBI it was a what was it? They found a draft report for announcing his like death a day before his actual like death was announced to have
What the
happened.
fuck? Yeah, this is the article. So it could be
Perfect.
the actual like I don't know, maybe the way that he looked in that picture, or maybe it is him actually getting old. It I don't know. It looks
Wait, are you
very
talking about how he looks when he's got his like he looks as the Grinch?
no. I'm talking about that picture that I sent you with him in the Grinch comparison.
Oh, I got you. I got
That
you. Okay, okay.
that
Yeah,
picture to the right
now I see what you're doing. Okay, okay, okay.
in
We're cooking now.
comparison to the second one I sent you. I know this was maybe like I don't know, bro. The eyes has me fucking like the eyes look way too in comparison to how he actually looks. Now, could it be Botox? Could it be a bunch of other shit? No, I don't know.
That dude, it could be. I'm gonna be real. I think he's got like dentures or something, and I think that's why.
Oh shit,
You know
maybe.
what I'm saying? Like, all these people be getting like their teeth just completely replaced.
Mm, could be that.
Cause his nose looks the same and his left eye looks the same too.
The thing
Like
is,
it's
like
got like that double
he's
lid. You know what I'm
the
saying?
the way that he smiles, maybe just because of, I don't know.
Like the teeth, it would change the way you smile. This is all alleged, by the way.
Yeah, of course. It's
Yeah.
just like the cheeks, like I don't know, bro. It's just so many things that like make me question this so much.
Yeah.
But with that being said, it's just because like I don't know if this is true. I don't know how deep I want to go into this, but they were saying how Joe Biden got killed in 2019 and he got replaced.
What would they say he died of?
So they were saying, if I'm not mistaken, something along the lines of they actually purposely killed him with like a SWAT team or something like that because of the things that he did. There has been videos of that has been surfaced where we've made jokes of this where like you would catch him like he just like freezes, right? Like he just like old, like it's just because old, he's old, whatever.
Yeah.
But
Or it's the computer rebooting. Like,
that's what it is. They were saying how like like those like robots that they walk and stuff like that, because there was a video of him with Kamala next to him. They were like there was like a concert or something. You see Kamala and like clamping, and then somebody else was to his left, and Joe Biden was just like,
dude,
like just like
I'm not gonna lie. Old age is not treating him well, if that is him. Like I wish that like I would age gracefully, that is my hope,
Yeah.
but damn, yeah, the fact that he was trying to run again is insane, dude.
Because something that someone brought up is ever since he resigned, I have not heard a single thing from him.
Yeah, true. I know. To be honest, I didn't really hear much from him during his presidency.
It was more of like his staff.
There's that too.
That's what I'm saying.
Here's the thing though. After Trump won, I didn't give a fuck that I didn't hear from a president at all. And in Trump too, I'm like, we're only a year in, and I'm like, dear God, did I miss like at least the calm that there seemed to be overall throughout the presidency, at least in America, it seemed. I feel like that's why there was so much conversation around his cognitive abilities, is because they're trying to search for something to fucking argue about, because he's not starting, Twitter wars. He's not doing shit. Trump's still doing his own shit, but that's him. But like the president was boring as hell, and that's the one thing you can't say Trump is boring at all.
Oh yeah. I mean, there probably isn't a single day where that he can't be spoken about. With Biden, like you had to search shit, versus Trump, he gives you content to talk about.
Yeah.
But that's a little interesting conspiracy theory that I kind of stumble into, and that's why I wanted to talk about Instagram, because after I shared this with a couple people of like how interesting it sounded. Keep in mind, that was the first post I ever saw of this.
Okay.
The next 10 scrolls that I did on Instagram on my newsfeed were, I think 7 to 8 of them were about this in one shape or form, like another form of whether it was a video, a picture, whatever the case is. And it just made me more intrigued. It made me more like digging into this rabbit hole. Okay,
The
well,
algorithm's like, we got one. We got a bite. Reel him in.
really a
Yeah.
bitch. Yeah, no, that's how they got him. Like, and that's kind of why I wanted to talk about it, because like it did get me into this doom scroll type of like mentality,
Yeah.
and it's interesting. I like we were talking about earlier, like my mind just like once it gets fed something, like I just want to like kind of expand on it to a certain extent, and that is definitely something that caught my eye. I like conspiracy theories. I like to
Yeah.
kind of see maybe it's true. Maybe they silenced him and they used him throughout the time that he was the president. I don't know.
Dude,
So
here's the thing. Like, conspiracy theories, like, get a bad... This is something that actually kind of, like, I thought was personally interesting. So, like, I'll admit, like, I'm nervous just kind of, like, off-rip talking conspiracy theories just because, like, cancel culture, being labeled a conspiracy theorist, quote unquote. For one, like, just because, listeners, just because we talk about something doesn't necessarily mean we initially believe it, but also, like, we're just curious people and it's entertaining as hell. And, like, what Jacob said is, like, this is the curiosity. And after everything that happened last week, everything's on the table.
yeah.
So, but with that though, I did hear just like an interesting point about the term and the label conspiracy theorist, where it was actually created by the CIA to discredit people for actually calling them out on their bullshit way back in the day.
Oh
Like
shit.
the term conspiracy theorist is a government made term to keep like its citizens to discredit them from calling them out on their bullshit. So
Hmm.
that's the origin of the term. So now when you see like how it's like kind of like slapped around, I thought just like that was really interesting. Or like a lot of these things, you know,
Mm-hmm.
Pizzagate, Deep State, QAnon, those immediately are being called from the government conspiracy theories.
Mm-hmm.
And those were considered true. The fact that like Obama casually in this interview just goes, "Oh yeah, aliens are real." I haven't
No one
seen one.
talking about it.
I haven't seen one, but yeah,
It's
like, you
real.
know, they're real. Like for me, like when I'm with my girl and our friend, and like this, like I just saw it pop up on like the you know he put the short up, so I
Yeah.
like watched it and I was like, and then I thought it was AI at first. Because it's like there's a new AI software called Seed Dance 2 that just dropped, and it's doing some crazy shit. So I was like, this has to be AI. And then I was like, wait, but this is like a legit content creator. And then like I was like, oh no, he doesn't do this shit. And I was like, he interviewed, I was like, hold up. Did he really just say what I thought he said? And it was just like, oh yeah, no, aliens exist. You know, I haven't met one, but like,
Are aliens real?
They're real, but I haven't seen them, and they're not being kept in what is it?
Area 51?
Area 51. There's no underground facility.
it didn't like linger on that. It was kind of like a minute thing, and then the conversation continued. For me, I would have been like, stop everything. Hold up. We're going to expand upon what you mean by the word alien. You know,
Dude.
and then we're gonna break this down, because there's a lot of ramifications now that if like what do you think he means by the word alien? And hopefully maybe by the time this podcast airs there's some clarity, because I'll tell you how I'm taking it after you.
Oh boy. I mean, I just took it as like, I mean, he was the president, right? So he knows a lot of the information that a lot of people, a lot of us do not know, which includes if aliens are real. Of course, the president has to know if the aliens are real.
Yeah.
To me, I would think that aliens mean aliens, meaning outer space, other life beings outside of us
Yeah.
that are a thing, other
Yeah.
more
Like
intellectual
E.T. phone home type shit, you know? Like,
ET, holy fuck, we're screwed type of shit. Yeah. And then after that, like a lot of things in my mind started to again, it was just going crazy, like going like pew, 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 like
it
trying.
opens up so many things, and it's like, so I fully like the thing that, so when I watched this, I immediately just went, holy shit, Obama just admitted there were aliens. And my girl looks up and goes, "Well, yeah, duh." Like you know, and I'm like, yes. I understand that a lot of people view that aliens in some form or shape exist. Like, we are not alone in the universe. So like her reaction of like, well, duh.
Yeah.
I understand like the CIA unredacting, documents talking about UFOs and, unidentifying flying objects and like whatever other acronym they use to describe it and everything. That's the CIA. This is a president, world leader saying this.
Yeah.
It is very different. And like, unfortunately, like, this is where I think like maybe my scale of importance is out of whack, or like I'm fucked up, because like for me that's the headline story. We are not alone in the universe, confirmed by President Barack Obama. Which throws into question Christianity, which throws into question a whole skew of like religion in general. Like the ramifications for that, the ripple effect is crazy all in of itself. And it's almost like it's the perfect time to drop that, because it didn't even raise the meter at all. Because we are so overwhelmed by all the other shit happening. Yep. And like, I feel like I'm crazy sometimes, like, but like for me, I think this is a big deal.
It is.
I hope it's actually aliens, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like it's not like some semantics thing. That's what I hope, is it's a definitive, like he was actually saying this. Yes, this is aliens. Not some, well, like, there's evidence to suggest that there might be, like, no, like concrete. You know what I'm saying? That's what I hope. Whether we get that or not, I doubt it. But I just want Star Trek, fam. Like I just want the Star Trek, son.
I mean,
that sounds poppin' to me, dude. Like,
yeah,
I grew up watching that show, so it's just like
just hopeful
a lot.
for that.
I find like a lot of how I like view the world and how I actually, like, a lot of my political beliefs and like moral compass actually stems from that show, I think, in an odd way.
Interesting.
It's just like you pick up how like they like live, like their culture lives. What does their culture stand for? And that, it was just something that like I like fully found like entertaining and something that like it just sounded logical. It's like they're a science exploration culture. That's what humanity like used to be, and then like has drifted apart from, and I hope to get back to that, because like fundamentally at my core, I disagree with the fact that like our like country's budget is like a 1 point, like our military budget alone is the money that we put into our military budget per year is more than the entire rest of the like major superpowers combined. Like, it's way too much. Cut that shit in half, and we still got it popping. And then take that other half and throw it into like science and research and R&D. Like, that's what I'm saying, dude. I want teleportation, son. Like I want fully electric cars, or like not even electricity. Like, make some new power, do some new shit. Like,
Have you seen the was it Back to the Future like little things you put in the microwave and it goes into the food? Like, it was like
see, that's the type of stuff that I want. It's like practical stuff.
I always thought when watching the movie, like, oh yes, when we get to that year, which already passed, by the way, we'll have this by that time. And nope,
Yeah.
we still don't got that shit.
Damn.
You know, something that makes me, going back to the alien thing, and reason why I think that they're real, which obviously a lot of people share that common belief now that the president said that even further, is if they aren't real, how is it possible that nowadays, with the knowledge, the tools and all the stuff that we have, how are we making buildings? Keep in mind, like, structures of buildings, bridges, roads, like, they get fucked over, like they either collapse or, you know, whatever the case may be. Like, the structure is not good enough to stay up, while you have pyramids that have been around for how long? And they look fucking
Millennia,
perfect.
son.
Perfect. How the fuck did they make these things perfectly with nothing of like what we have now?
Yeah, and I got carpenters that are trying to like replace walls and they can't even get an outlet in straight, like, with all the power tools and digital equipment and all that shit.
It even says it needs precision engineering to make these pyramids, bro. Engineering wasn't even a word back then.
I know. Oh, this is an entire series.
I'm
we
saying
need to do. It. Oh my god.
So
the pyramids in general are its own thing.
But that's why I associate it with aliens, because I know that they helped out. They fucking helped out. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. I know that they helped out. I that is one thing that I will say that I believe strongly.
That's the hill you die on, right?
That's like, one of the ones. This is not like the flat Earth shit. I'll entertain flat Earth, whatever.
Yeah.
But this is like, come on, dude. Like,
yeah.
If you have some kind of like, to me, like, I'm gathering all the information you're giving me.
Yeah.
I look at these pyramids that look impeccable. I'm not sure. I haven't seen it in person, but I'm assuming that they still look the fucking same, or almost the same, in hundreds of years. And then you have buildings that like we can't properly fucking keep it like the structure up. Like,
yeah, like
it just doesn't make
wear
sense.
out, they decay, they break. Like the geometric coincidences of the pyramids alone is enough for me to go, this shit is otherworldly. Like the coincidences between like how it aligns to the stars, mathematically almost perfect. Like it
does say that it aligns almost perfectly to true north.
Yeah. Like,
how?
Unless I'm just really fucking stupid at like math and which I am, like, but at the same time, like, I'm saying that with all the technological privilege I had, and I know that mathematically and geometrically I'm a genius to most of the people back in that time. Mm-hmm. Because like most of them didn't know how to do this shit in the first place. So like,
Right.
How are you making this poppin'? Like, who's the person smarter than me? Who's the person smarter than my smartest friend? Who is the math genius who still isn't confident in doing this?
Like, do they have blueprints? Like what?
I'll ask him. I'll see if he can try to like recreate some shit. I'll put him a challenge. He might actually be down for it. But like, there's difference between like, okay, I guess here's the question then. It's like, okay, yes, he could do all the calculations, do it all by hand. Or even better yet, do it all by sand. Because I didn't really like it. It's like, like the papyrus paper or something. Like, how are they doing math? Like algorithmic math. I got some Googling to do after this, man. Now I'm curious. This is another thing. Okay, algorithm, if you're listening in, I want to know about this shit. Like, this the next shit for this week that you need to feed me is these
What's scary?
pyramid science conspiracy theories.
What's scary though, when you type in, I don't know if it's gonna do it for you, but when you type in, just type in how were, that's it, and you know sometimes it fills out the blank.
Yeah.
How the first thing pops up? How were the pyramids built?
Wait, you just did that? Fuck off.
Yep. I promise you, bro. I literally just did it, and literally I typed in how were, and then the blank was the pyramids built.
What's the second one?
Let me renew this because that shit was fucking insane. Okay, the second one.
Is it still the first now?
Yes.
Oh,
so maybe just a coincidence.
Okay,
I don't know.
Okay.
I'll give you the second and third.
That's a wild coincidence for just 2 words.
Yeah, this is after the fact that we were talking about this, by the way. And then it says, how were the early computers developed? Which we kind of talked about.
We've kind of talked about that.
How were significant historical events recorded and remembered? Is the third one.
I quit. We're done.
I'm telling you, bro.
We're done. Listeners, this has been another week of talking rubbish. If we've made it to the next week, we'll see you next time. See ya.